it's Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. Today I'm going to share with you how I store my stamps, dies, and embossing folders. I decided to put them all in one. Originally I was going to do them separate. I decided to put them in one because there's some overlap. So I'm just going to start here. These are my Crafter's Companion sets. They came with the binders. I really go to this one a lot for card making. It's got a lot of the sentiments. I was going to also show you this. I catalog mine by my themes and sentiments using Totally Tiffany's 4-section system. Just in case you're new, the 4 sections are alphabets and numbers, which includes punctuation and non-themed words. Themes A to Z, you create your own themes based on what you craft about. Calendar year, that include, winter, spring, summer, fall, and all the holidays that occur within those. I do mine by season more than calendar year because there's a lot of overlap where I live from December to February with winter, so I just start with winter, and my December goes at the front of my calendar year. And then the rainbow. You don't use the rainbow for cataloging your tools, but since I catalog them, what I do is I have little label stickers. I don't know how well you'll be able to see those, but you'll be able to get the gist. Little label stickers for each theme that I have, and on the back of this, and usually on the back of my stamp sets, I usually try to include it somewhere with the actual tool. I put where I cataloged it. That way, if I decide to ever pull a stamp or die or something, I can take it out of my catalog easier. It was something that I thought of at one point. I'm like, well, what if I get rid of something? And I thought, well, why don't I just put where I'm putting it on the back? So I did that. This is my Kindred stamp sets. Some of my things I have special numbering. Like these, this one has CCS, this one has CCS2, CCV, which was Crafter's Companion Reverse, and then Crafter's Companion X because it was Christmas. So, but I couldn't use C, or I guess I could have, but for some reason I thought when I set it up that I couldn't use C, that I'd already used it. So I didn't want to put CCC, but I guess I could have. But it's already labeled now, so it's staying that way. But that way I can mark my catalog image with that plus the number. I think with these I just numbered the pages inside. And these I put in envelopes. These are Kindred stamps, so I label them KS for Kindred stamps, and then each envelope is labeled like number 1, number 2. So if I go to my catalog and I find this image, it says KS01, I know it's in pocket 1. I just have to, look to see which side it's on. A lot of times with some of them, I know that it's in that, so I don't even go to the catalog. But if I go to the catalog thinking, oh, I need something else here, what do I want? I can do that. This is where I'm putting my larger stamp sets that I have, because most of my stamp sets I do in Totally Tiffany 5x7 pockets, but some of them were too big for that. So I decided to use my diamond press envelopes that I had, and I labeled these LS for large stamp. I do have some Tim Holtz ones in here that were too wide to fit in the envelope, so I just left them solid like that. I could always try to maybe find a sheet protector about that size or cut it down to size and put it in that, but for now I just put it in here like that, and it worked. So I have my large stamps there. I still need to label. Oops. I still need to add labels to some of the, like these were new, so they don't have labels. These are my other stamp sets, and they just have an S and then a number. So that's where I'm storing those. This one here is the Stamps of Life. So I labeled those TSOL and then whatever the number was. Some of these are stamps, some are dies, some of them are a stamp die set, which is one reason why I decided to film them together. So I keep those separate. So if you really have a lot of one company, you can do that, still store them separate, just create a numbering system. Like do something like what I did, put a letter at the front of the number that indicates that stamp series or whatever, stamp companies. These are dies here. I have some at the front that are card-based stamps, and I did just label them card-based 1, 2. They create a card base. So I kind of wanted to keep them separate so that I could grab them quicker. These are Crafters Companions, so they're CC. I don't really have a lot of Crafters Companion. I thought I would have more, and I think I'm unlikely to buy that much more. I might buy some if I see them on sale. These ones are SSS, which is Sweet Stamp Shop. So these are all my Sweet Stamp Shop stamps. I still love her stamp sets, but she went out of business. I loved hers because a lot of them were very planner oriented, or small enough to be planner oriented. I have these here, which I don't know how I numbered those in my set, but I know where they're at. I only have a couple of them. They're ones that you click together. You can spell out the word. You can click them together, spell out a word or whatever. Like this one says, well, the O fell off, but it says Barb's Craft Studio, so I could stamp that onto something. That one's empty. This one, actually I think that one's supposed to be over here now that I think about it. This one is Sweet Stamp Shop. These ones are specifically planner stamp sets. So I did separate them, and then I have some other planner stamps at the back that I just labeled plan and then a number. That way if I want to if I decide, oh, I want to use some of my stamps in my planner, I can just pull this over to my desk or whatever I'm working at and pull out what I need, rather than having to just reversing those because they go the other way. This one has my stamp blocks. Normally I would cover this in the tool, what you call it, essential tools or something like that, which I probably will cover it then too, but I thought I would share it now. It's just got some of the acrylic blocks and things like that in it. I wanted to keep it close to my stamp sets, so I put it there. I don't think I shared this one. This one has some diamond press sets in it, so it has DP and then the number for diamond press. Did that one already? Did I do this one? I don't remember. Oh, this one has some dies in it. They're just die sets that they didn't belong to any of the companies that I catalog separately. So they're just labeled D with a number. Store them there. I have some more stamps of life ones. These are foldeds. So it's TSOLFI for folded, and then I put my fold. There's 2 in there, front and back. That's where I kept my foldeds. I really loved her foldeds. I canceled my membership because I was spending too much. Once I wasn't a member, I spent less. In here, these are larger stamps of life. So I labeled them XTSOL for extra large and put them in here. They just wouldn't fit in a regular type system. So I put them there. I need to find some more of the stamps of life. I know I have some more of those that I made into stickers. Those go here. This here, oops, you can't see it. This is a totally Tiffany die file. I use this one for kind of more like basic shape dies. Like a lot of the nesting ones are in here. So these ones are square type ones. Because you can see on the bottom I put die file 1A. The back is 1B. and then I put that square in there. So these ones are all square dies. Some of them aren't. I mean, this one's kind of a decorative square, but it was close enough for me. I'm trying to decide why it did this. I'm sure it made sense to me at the time. Oh, I think I had another square, but I think I'm using it more for the rectangular ones. I think that was my reasoning. So, because I used a outline square for that one. I had those banners, so I put those there. I have one labeled with circles. I think I have one for circles, one for ovals, triangles, hearts, stars, and then I have some extra ones, like these ones were just really big. So I put them on this bottom one because they were just too big to go into my other, where I had kept my other ones. Especially at the time, I used to have my themed dies in my scrap rack, and I am slowly pulling my dies and my stamps and my embossing folders and all those things out of my scrap rack. Let's see, that one's empty, that one's empty. Oh, did I say I would cover embossing folders too? I think I did. Yeah. These ones I have not really. This is probably not going to be the end solution, but it's got those mini borders in it. I'm actually thinking a lot of these come with sets. I might put them over a piece of cardstock and keep them together, but I haven't finished that. This one these are slimline embossing folders. So I believe they're labeled SLEF, slimline embossing folder. So that's what I did with those. These are long, like 12-inch long ones. There's some 6-inch ones, and then there's some shorter ones, but they wouldn't fit where my other system was. So those are there. What else we got down here? Oh, these are 3D embossing folders. So 3D-EF, that's where I put those. These are Crafter's Companion embossing folders, so it's CCEF. I kind of have the box divided in half. Like I said, I really need to label everything. I haven't gotten that done yet. This one is going to have my A2 and 5x7 embossing fold. I was wondering why that one wasn't in the other spot. I must have had it. These ones were ones that I pulled out of my scrap rack. They were kind of filed in a theme. I'm just going to number them now and put them in there. Most of my embossing folders didn't really have a theme, so I kept them in the Flippin' Storage binder. It's a totally Tiffany project. I labeled them Flippin' Binder 1 and then dash with a number. I numbered each pocket in there, but I numbered each folder too, so that I could, if I found that in my cataloging system, I could easily come and find it. You can keep A2 folders here on this side of it, and 5x7 ones back here. Like I said, the ones in these, I have 5 binders of these almost full, and I have a 6th one, but I don't think I don't think there's enough room there to put all those ones that I found under theme. So I'm just going to probably put those as EF 1 through whatever and number and keep them that way so that I can find them. My kind of basic shaped ones, my floral ones, florals, dots, that type of thing, will go into these ones. But the ones that I might think of, oh, that's Christmas, I'll put those in. I won't put those in here because I just don't have enough. I don't have enough space to do it. So that is how I'm storing my stamps, dies, and embossing folders. I'm hoping next week to film my punch storage, and then hopefully the end of the month I can do my templates and stencils, which we're working on in October. I need to I need to keep working on my tools because I gotta, like, I don't know if I can get this back up. These binders here have my seasons in them, and I have not finished going through those and pulling out all of my tools. I went through the scrap wrap with my regular themes and pulled them out, but I have not gone through my seasons yet. So that's something I need to do. That's on my, seems like ever growing to-do list, but it is coming along. I'm a lot further along than I was. I can at least craft now. When I was over here this week, instead of organizing, I was crafting. I got my Christmas cards cut out on my Venture, so I used my Venture for the first time. I've had that thing for almost a year and had not used it. It's making short work of my Christmas cards though, so it's coming in handy. But I do want to do a couple of really larger projects, so we'll try that with them once I get past the holidays, probably. If I have time, maybe I'll do it before, but I want to make sure I have my Christmas projects done. I'm still hoping to put together something for Halloween for the library, but we'll see. I haven't promised that, so, because I knew it was kind of iffy. But anyways, that's all I've got to share today. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope if you're participating in the year-long GOC with me that you're coming along really well. If you are participating, drop a line down in the comments and let me know. If you're participating,